Hello and welcome back to another out-of-spec detailing video here from Clear Detailing in Northern Colorado. In the studio this week we have a Cadillac CT4-V Blackwing, and I thought I would bring you guys along since you enjoyed the last video of the Lotus Emira where I did a full new car vehicle prep where we went through, washed the vehicle, deconned it, took it into the paint correction bay, perfected the paint by doing a full cut and polish on it, and then ceramic coated everything from the paint to the glass, all the trim, removing the wheels, coating them inside and out, as well as a full interior service as well, protecting all of the white leather in here. So this is gonna be a very laid back style video. I'll talk you guys through some of the process, but this is just kind of fun to document these so you guys see what I do literally on a weekly basis here at the shop instead of just making product reviews, showing you guys how to detail. This is more of a showcase of my work. So sit back, relax, and let's jump into it. So before we get washing this car, get this thing fully deconned, I think it's probably a good time to actually look at the before of this car. Now this car does have 500 miles on it, and my customer looks like he has very much been enjoying it. Just looking at the wheels here, tons of brake dust on it. So he's actually been enjoying his Blackwing here, which is absolutely awesome. Now the car's current state that I'm looking at, quite a few things going on here. Number one, looking at the paint, the trim, and especially the glass as well, we do have quite a bit of mineral deposits, so a lot of water spotting on this car. I don't know if this is the case of the car sat around at the dealership for a while, or if it's just the case that it got some rain on it and those have kind of baked into the paint. So we'll address those where necessary. Now, just looking around the car, the biggest thing I notice, of course, is the beautiful blue metallic paint on here. But of course, we can boost up the clarity going through doing our paint correction and polishing on this. And of course, we've got some imperfections to remove. Quite a few small areas in terms of scratches as well. So I'll be sure to, after I wash this thing, showcase you guys anything more that I actually find, because there is quite a good layer of dirt and grime on this car right now. But this is going to be a full detail from start to finish. So again, I hope you guys enjoy. Let's get into some washing action. right, guys, well, let's give you an update here on Blackwing progress. And as you can see already, looking so much better than when this car rolled in the shop. Now, of course, you just watched me go through and do our initial cutting stage, and all in all, I gotta say, went phenomenally well. Now, a couple of things I was battling on this car. Number one, I'm really disappointed I couldn't get better before shots of this. There were quite a few imperfections on this car, random isolated deep scratches, as we know as rids, and also quite a few sanding marks and just very bizarre, weird locations, like way down here, just right below this door line here in a very weird area. That's why it's nice to get the car up on the lift so I can properly tackle those and get them done properly. The other thing that I was dealing with was quite a bit of watermarks and water etching into the paint, those mineral deposits that have been sitting on here. So I got most of it off with our CarPro D-Scale wash down, the kind of surface level stuff. The stuff that is more ingrained into the paint, had to do quite a bit of cutting on that. Now, the thing I do want to mention here with cutting, a lot of you will notice using quite an aggressive cut on this car, definitely spending quite a bit of time doing it. Very, very hard paint on this. Now, it's going to be a little hard to pick up. This color doesn't really show it that easy, but as I move the light source here, you'll notice this almost looks like perfectly polished paint, and that's because it is so unbelievably hard. Even using CarPro Ultra Cut on this, really not creating any sort of DA haze. Now, of course, that doesn't mean I'm going to skip the polishing step. Always have to do that, no matter what. It's part of the detail, and I always go through and do it. But of course, all the piano black and stuff here, we do need to polish. But I do have to say that piano black actually really worked quite well on a GM product, which I'm very much not used to. A lot of GM's piano black is an absolute nightmare to frickin' polish, and this stuff really cut nicely and imperfections came out very well, didn't haze up super crazy, so really pleased with that. Now, the next couple of steps here is actually re-washing the car. The whole reason behind that is you can just see everywhere compound dust in every single nook and cranny here, and that's just part of the game. So I always go through after our cutting stage, we'll pull it back out into the bay there, foam it down, rinse it down. This gives us time to clean up the engine bay, tidy up any of the door jambs if they have anything super dirty and grimy. After we've washed it, dried it, then it's actually time to focus on the wheels here. So we're actually going to get these off, pull them off, make sure we're cleaning up the barrels, the faces, calipers, and even suspension properly, and then coating the entirety of the wheels as well as the calipers here. Now after that, we'll come back in the bay, do our full polishing stage. Yes, like I said, paint doesn't look like I need it, but we're not here to cut corners. Even if it only boosts it by 0.5%, makes all the difference for me, so I'll definitely spend the time and do that. We got a lot of polishing to do on all the piano black as well, but really thrilled with how this thing is coming out. It is actually looking phenomenal. Such a nice looking car here. Really loving it. So let's get it washed. And just like that, folks, we are finished up with the Blackwing. It is looking absolutely stunning. I could not be more thrilled with how this car came out. Many days, tons of hours into this car, but the results here, absolutely thrilled with. This car looking incredible. So, as you guys probably saw, many hours, many days of work went into this. Understand, I can't possibly film absolutely everything that goes into a detail like this. It'd be way too long. You guys wouldn't watch it, and it's just really not worth it. But also understand, with my business, I am not a quantity or a volume shop. I am all about the quality here. I work with a different type of clientele. I do not, do the wash and wax details. I'm not doing a single step and coat a car and push it out in a day. That's not my type of work. My type of work is this, spending many days going into the details. It's called detailing after all, right? And making sure we're not skipping anything and just trying to get the absolute best possible. And this is the results here. So understand, when a car comes in, I treat these cars like I just purchased this car. What would I want done with it? And a lot of the times, shops will charge for like, oh, hey, you have water spots on the car. It's going to cost you this much more, or whatever. I just do the work. Sometimes I win, sometimes I lose. For me, it all kind of evens out at the end of the day. And my entire goal is to have customers just blown away with their car, have protection on the car, and help them on the back end maintain this car during their ownership. And that's exactly what we did here. So I do want to walk you through a little bit more of this car, show you some of the finer details, show you the end results here, talk about a couple of things throughout it. So let's start off here with, of course, the paint. And you can just see that beautiful blue metallic in here. Look at the light source there. Zero imperfections, zero haze in it, absolutely dialed. Now, as I talked about earlier, quite a hard paint on this. So the finishing on the actual paint, really straightforward. The cutting didn't really leave behind all that much haze, but we did have to chase some deeper imperfections. Quite a few really deep scratches in this. Definitely quite a bit of water etching, not only on the paint, but on the glass, all the piano black trim, things like that. So just going through, taking the time, checking twice, making sure we're getting it removed. That's what it's all about here. Now up front, and of course on the rear end and side piano black, I spent a ton of time dialing all of this in, and you can see the results there. Just looking freaking awesome. All the way down there, dialed in, even these little canards and everything, all the water spots removed, perfectly polished out. And of course, protecting all of this, including all of these little intricate grills, all in there. It takes a ton of time, but that's the right way to do it. So as we walk around the car here, just want to show you a few more things. Notable things for me, wheels came out absolutely fantastic here. My customer was driving this car hard, which I absolutely love to see, and these things came out great. Now the keen viewer will also notice we do still have some kind of surface rust on the rotors there. That's just from cleaning up the wheels inside there and suspension components and all that fun stuff. Once these get wet, they get a little layer of rust built up on them. The first time you really apply the brakes, these go away completely. I don't like to drive my customers' cars, so just moving it backwards and forwards got most of it off. So he'll be good to go from the first stop there. But we got the calipers fully coated here. These are looking awesome, and really like the finish as well on the inside of the barrel. It's almost like a, I don't know how to put it, but it's like kind of a raw metal that's just clear coated. It looks really cool. I'll put up some video of what it looks like when I got those fully coated. Absolutely love that. Tires dressed properly, not overly shiny. This is CarPro Pearl at 1 to 3. This is how tire dressing should look, just clean. It's not gonna sling. You're not gonna have a bunch of crap coming off here. It's not gonna attract dust and dirt. Yes, this is a water-based formula, but just looks awesome. Moving down the side of the car now, got some of those deeper imperfections out. This little area down here, the piano black side skirt was, tricky to do, to say the least. Lots of water spots, lots of imperfections there. Up here on the piano black areas, you guys saw quite a few scratches in there, fully dialed in, polished to perfection. Even areas like the tail lights here, we've got those fully polished in, dialed in. Rear spoiler looking fantastic. The other biggest notable area here that took a ton of time was this rear diffuser. And the reason it takes a lot of time, number one, it's piano black. Number two, had lots of scratches, watermarks, and just all of the little angles in here. So having to tape it up to not scour the rest of it and go back over it, but polishing all the little fins under here just takes time. But that's why I like to put a car up on the lift to get those at a higher area to where I can properly see the imperfections, properly remove them, and just looks flippin' awesome. I'm just, yeah, absolutely love to see a car fully done and see the transformation throughout it. And you know, some of these areas that had some very deep scratches right here, fully removed, just absolutely dialed. I'm just so pleased with how this car came out. Now, an area I really didn't show you a ton on was actually inside the interior here. Reason being is it was lightly dusty, didn't really need that much, but went through, made sure everything's looking proper, getting all the piano black, all of the screens, all the shiny bits, make sure those were completely dialed in, and just cleaned everything. Of course, I spent a ton of time on the glass, not only on the exterior, we went through, polished those, coated those, but also on the interior where we had quite a bit of off-gassing haze. And my friends, that is how glass should look. Completely and absolutely perfect. Glass is one of those things a lot of people struggle with, but taking your time, knowing the proper steps to do, getting it dialed, and using good products also very much helps. I do want to showcase to you guys on the interior side of, or the interior, the engine bay side of things here. Now, this was not bad by any means, but an area I never like to skip here. So had a little bit of water spotting, mineral deposits, some just general dirt and grime here. Just went through, tidied everything up in here. And as you can see, just looking fresh as it could be. Now, I also put a little bit of protection on here. This is Decon Wet Coat on this. Why I like this product is it gets into every nook and cranny here. The best part about this product is you can use this very frequently. So this is not going to last a long time, especially in a hot engine bay. But what it is going to do is help break down the static here. A lot of plastic dressings, especially most of those that are a little bit on the thicker side, will actually attract dust, dirt, and grime. And this really dispels a lot of that. So just making sure everything is perfectly clean, nice and tidy. Again, it really wasn't that bad, but making sure areas like this, if my customer ever opens this, it's perfectly dialed in. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it was quite a long one. I have no idea how long the edit's going to be on this. I think I have like 4 hours of footage, which is such a small amount of work that actually went into this, but wanted to show you guys some of the highlights and really showcase to you my work. And I really take a lot of pride in these cars. I have a lot of fun doing this. It is very long days, very late nights, very early mornings to get these cars done. But for me, it's all worth it at the end of the day to see a car dialed like this. Anyways, thanks so much for watching. We'll see you in another one soon. Bye-bye.